nga dito kung si Skastakli yung kasama ko.
Pwede rin!
Si Skastakli yan,
Yeah,
napuyat lang ng konti kasi nga,
Why
nakapokus sa esports.
Yes.
Okay. Dota is life eh.
Dota is life.
Dota is life kasi.
Kayo nang bahala kung ang gusto nyo itawag sa akin, pwedeng Jade lang din. Why not?
Ay, may Phoenix pa rin. Mini Phoenix, oh.
Kasama pa rin pala dito
si MK yan. Si MK, Mini Phoenix.
Si
Phoenix.
Si Phoenix. Phoenix na mukhang owl. Phoenix na mukhang ulo yung owl eh. Pero ito guys.
Nako, itong ano naman yung GG naman yung Radiant ngayon. Sila yung may masamang plano doon. Sila yung may dalawang tao doon sa taas.
Tsaka pag Beastmaster ka, sarap na Radiant kayo, no?
Hindi, kahit saan.
Sa bagay.
Kahit saan. Mas maganda lang na Radiant kasi pag inisip mo kasi, yung objective ng BM from top, makukuha mo yung jungle. Pag nagka-domito ka bigla, pwede kayo makapag-Roshan.
Yes.
Compare sa nandun ka manggagaling sa baba, going to Roshan.
Going to Roshan, sa bagay. So now, Scopel dito, tamang harassment agad yung gustong pairalin. This time naman mo, magiging 2 for 2 lang. Kanina kasi game number 1, inapatan ba naman eh?
Tsaka okay naman yan eh. Parang kung iisipin mo na, disruptor yung makalingo. Kaya mo yan eh. Lalo na yung mga disruptor ngayon, nakikita natin na level 1 talaga, nagli-glimpse din.
Yes.
Diba? So pwede mong maharas yan as SD. Nakita ko nga SD, naka-boots first item din siya dito. Siguro allergic siya sa normal ni MK. Pero itong matchup ng atin, dito ako takot eh.
Masakit yan, oh. Si Queen, bihira. Zone out talaga yan, si Dark Mago. If you're kung ka dito.
Pag nag-level 3 kasi, yun
magtawag-tawag ka na. Oo, magtawag-tawag ka na pag kung ka dyan. Ang aga pa lang, binakuran na, boski mo.
Pati ito, binabakuran na din.
And ito, galit yan. Siyempre, anti-match kanina si... I mean, yung match-up, tama ba? Kanina sa iba naman, nabaliktad naman dito sa game na to, no?
Masarap din yung buhay kanina talaga ni Diracho ng konti eh. Kaso di ba nung nag-gank doon siya, nahirapan sa draw ranger niya.
So now, masakit-sakit naman din syempre yung pressure na pwedeng i-apply dito ng silencer. Kanila medyo magpakote. But look, Celery, man.
Ay, okay, hindi siya nag-glimpse level 1. Talagang gusto niya rin...
Thunderstrike, suntukan.
Hindi, nakita niya nga rin kasi yung item siguro eh. Since naka-boots level 1, wala masyadong consumable. Yun ang meaning nun eh. So, pwede mo talagang gatain din ng first kill as disruptor si Shadow Demon. Para hindi ka lugi.
Para
kasi
hindi lugi.
Isipin mo kung glimpse ka, tapos hindi mo rin naman magagamit level 1.
Nonsense lang.
Nonsense lang.
So ito, Dark Mago, kahit pa paano nakakuha ng couple of last hit against Huskar. Pero mamaya kasi yun, nabanggit nga na point of Boss Kimos. Yung level. Pero advantage naman, yun nga na game 1 pa lang pinoint out mo na yun, Boss Kimo, with a Kuka pick dito. You have the privilege na makapag-refill ng bote mo with the help of X-Mark.
Yun nga maganda kay Kunkay. And kahit nga minsan, di ba nakikita natin may mga players pa rin na naglalaro ng Kuka mid na pill nila, hindi naman na kailangan ng bote, nagdo-double bracer. Masakit yung physical, kaso dito ata talagang kailangan mo ata ng emergency ng bote.
Bote talaga dyan, for sure.
Medyo problema rin yan si Huskar eh.
Huskar kasi, pambihira. Rekta ano nga siya yata dito, double bracer, tapos kumaganda.
Habang kasing binabawasan mo, yung nakikipag-normalan ka sa kanya, si Huskar, pag nababawasan, tumataas yung attack speed. So, habang nakikipag-normalan ka talagang dumadami yung chance ng manormal ka eh.
Dati pa nga, mas OP pa yun. Pati damage umaangat eh, habang baga eh, di ba?
At ba, ang medyo delikado ha?
Yeah, Stinger dito, mukhang isang right click na lang. May consumable. Pero kaya pa ba ni Tofu dito?
Hindi na pinilit.
Hindi na pinilit. Alam niya din na risky. Either ma-first blood yung silencer or siya yung ma-first blood. Tsaka mas gusto mo yung mo eh. Mapamaga mo lang, hindi uuwi. No? Bibili consumable, pero Scofield, ito yung first blood. And that's gonna be Celery. Pwede pang makakuha Sacred if ever, ha? And singit lang natin, guys. Siyempre, that first blood is brought to us by 747. Join our group. Scan nyo lang yung ating QR code. Then, nasa Ledgy or direkta na kayo mag-message sa KuyaNic page for more details. Naghanap na mabilis na cash out and cash in 747. Na-witwill sila dun. Ito, tinamaan ng torrent. Wag mo akong kulitin. Disarm nga lang.
Masakit!
Masakit.
Kaya parang nga niluluto na to. Ito, may nagpapa-shoutout sa akin dito. Kahapon pa to nanonood eh. Shoutout sa misis ko na nagluluto. Kimo, present ulit dito today watching from Ireland.
Ayun si Boss Slave. Kahapon pa talaga yan. Mga tropa natin from the Conor McGregor country.
Uy, medyo masakit.
Ayan, Makati yan. 2 seconds stand, buti na lang. K1, pantas pa rin ata. Boss Kimo, feeling ko. Isang kalabit ng bore. Na-slow na. So, ayun na yun, chat. Para madali. Eto nga pong Chaos Knight. So, 2-0 lead agad for Gaimin.
Oo. And alam nila kasi, di ba pinapula ni Tofu si Stinger? Alam nilang umuwi, kaya talagang, okay, harasin na natin ang harasin tong si K1. Mag-isa pa lang to eh. Pero Huskar ha?
Na, nagtawag na nga ng rescue backup, pero here comes Celery as well. Disruption, boy pa yata.
Namatay!
patay pa rin, boss.
Nakliban!
Nakliban, and the damage, coming from the illusion as well.
Grabe yung illusion ni SD na yun, ha. Pag nilubog mo, may buffs din ng third skill ni Huskar. Ang bilis, normal eh.
Kumarat-rat din eh, atake. So, well treated. Ayun yung kailangan ni Kuya dito kasi lugi siya sa matchup. Nagtawag siya ng backup and nag-payoff naman, Even though bumakap yung Disruptor.
Pag inisip mo, kasi kung sakaling pa-rotate ka sa mid kay Kuya, ang daling i-connect ng combo nyo. Diba?
Bugoy mo lang, may anti-go na agad kayo.
Oo.
Sakali. Kung hindi man kaya ng sabayang bigtas.
Kung hindi ma-X-mark, ng early, pwedeng yung lubog na lang yung mag-start ng
maging
initiation.
setup, diba? For the torrent. Yes.
Ito, minamasahe, Minamasahe.
Makati yan. Yung tungkod niyan, boy. Dirakyo dito, may Jingo Mastery na din. Pero matigas naman daw yung kagandahan dito. Pero, uy, what a dodge. Grabe, pero patay pa rin ata. Nandito ng SD for the palubog setup if ever. Uy, bakit?
Dadamay din to. Sama din to.
Bakit ganun yung play? Wala ka palang mana, my friend.
Naka-orb of Venom.
What are you doing? Aray, one more. Luha sa dulo ng batuta. Kinawayan po. Padilay na lang daw. No. Sabi ni Dirak.
At habang nangyayari yun, namatay na naman ulit si K1 sa may top lane.
Yun lang,
so medyo nagko-collapse na yung laning phase ng Beastcoast.
Carry yun, remember.
Pero,
paalala lang.
ready tayo, ha? 6 minutes na.
6 minutes na.
6 minutes na.
Sino kaya siya, mi Boss Kimo? Ako, Invi, si Boss Kimo, Haste, Rune. Pero huli ba dito? Tofu?
Makulit ka na, Tofu,
Makulit ka na, Tofu, ha? Isang segundo lang, sapat na.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Pero at least good news to para kay Beastcoast, ha? Kasi yung Kuya naman, pwede naman mag-jungle yan as long as level 5.
Yes.
Okay. So pwede ka makabawi ng konting resources kung meron ka stack or tuloy-tuloy ka nakakuha ng neutral trips. Kaso ito si Secret na nga yung napabayaan dito.
Patay na naman din
Pasok sa mythical pit.
Mythical, awarding. Kasama sa mythical 5. Pang-6 na kills, guys.
Napakasakit.
Pang 6 man siya dyan na makukuha dito ng Gaimin.
Regen! Yung lumabas!
Regen ba o Arden?
Regen!
Pabira. Ano ka tinapa? Wala tayong tinama sa 3 bet, Wala tinama sa 3 bet, Pambihira. Kung kaya advantage na ngayon, Gaimin, doon na lang magkakasaya.
Wala ka naman talaga magawa. Ganun kasi talaga. Pag bumit ka sa rune, para kang nag-ano niyan eh. Para
color game.
Nag-color game.
Parang tayong color game tayo dyan.
Yun nga lang, hindi time
pero at least, dalawa yung tinaya natin. Meron tayong pagkakataon na tumama. Pero hindi pa rin talaga.
Sinalam tayo doon.
Sinalanta tayo doon. Tatlong bet natin, sinalanta.
Parang ito na rin. Yung
parang
Beastcoast. Kita mo naman.
Bigay yun
7 minutes, 2K gold dito yung kalaban. So kung magpapabaya pa rin sila sa lane, isipin mo, itong doom nila talagang wala na itong malilainan eh.
Oo.
Medyo problem na eh.
Eto, huli mga kaibigan. Rubik ni Tofu. Delikado.
Malaban
Stinger.
yung mga bor, ha? Tignan mo yung mga bor, ng
hindi nabot ata nung Shadow Poison. Uy, boss mo, gusto ko lang special mention kung si Mitch Meister man yan. Congrats, boss, kung ikakasal ka na, Yung girlfriend mo pa rin ba yan before? And congrats kay boss Mitch Meister. Ng Davao yan, tropa yan.
Ako, yan na yung Diluvio. Ayan na si Diluvio.
Sinaksak na sa tagiliran, guys. Tinunto na rito si Scofield, pero pinapatay yung unggoy dun. Actually, sila pala pumapatay.
Pinapatay na sila ng unggoy.
Mago.
Kita mo si Diracho, ha?
No.
Imbis na nagpa-farm sa baba, hinahabol yung Doom. Ayaw niyang bigyan ng space para makahinga.
Ayaw tantananan. Ibig sabihin.
Ang masama pa, nadamay pa yung kungkal dun sa gitna. Ang Diyos ko po.
Very bad beats to para sa alam naman natin yung snowball potential ng isang Oscar.
Kita mo yung
Oscar yan,
MP4-3 na. Hindi pa masyado nagpo-focus pag-farm niya kasi nga kinikil yung kalaban.
Oo naman.
Sa Dota kasi mas maganda yun eh. Yung kahit hindi 100% nakukuha mo, kahit 50% lang.
Pwede na.
Kung yung kalaban mo naman is 0, nanalo ka doon. Kaysa sa 100% ngayon nakukuha mo, yung kalaban nakakuha pa rin ng 50%.
Yun. And guys, Armlet Huskar na to. Pambihira.
Yan.
Masakit yan. Hindi na nga double bracer. Rumekta Armlet.
Hindi naman mahirap na rin i-explain tong ganda. Pag inisip mo eh. Kasi talagang talo tatlong lane eh.
And eto na naman yung Kalbaryo. Secret. Bababayin ba? Hindi naman. Nandun yung Scofield eh. So, binibigyan niya lang ng ng
wala rin siyang mana and cooldown din yung primal spring.
Niya sinasabliminal message niya na wag mo na akong lalapitan dito. Pag ganito aabutin mo sa akin kada lalapit ka.
Kaso nga pati rin kasi itong top eh. Hindi ko na-expect na ultimo itong silencer CK is madadamay din yung lane problem. Naku po!
Ayay, knock!
Stinger!
Stinger! Pagkain niya kada makita ni Oscar yan. Automatic yan.
Tsaka nagkakaproblema na sila dyan ha. Isipin mo, lahat ng lane nanalo. So, ultimo si Beastmaster, mayaman to. Pag napaga yung Domito nito, mga 20 minutes, tapos to.
Yung silencer ba dito, may impact? Ano bang timing ng global niya dyan?
Ito nga, isipin mo dyan sa lineup ng kalaban nila. Ano yung iglo-global niya?
Yun nga yung timing. Siguro
Pag nag-glimpse, global na? Yun ba yun?
Global na ba yun? And, siguro pag may mirror.
Okay, may na-X-mark.
Oh, yun. Pwede,
may na-X-mark torrent barko. Global mo na.
Pang-counter na lang talaga, no? Para at least, di ba? Or set up man, in a way. Pero Dark Mago, naku po. Nakita nila dito si Tofu, ba't adjak ka, ha? May bawi naman daw.
Sinasama na nga nila si Kuya talaga. Dinadamihan na nila. Kung hindi natin kinaya sa lane, gawin natin yung paraan na sumami tayo, makapatay na makapatay. Si Diracho, going for Eco Saber pa ito. Pag napaaga din yan, isa pa yan.
Ang malupit dyan, nanonood ka, tas may alaskador sa comment section. Boss Tristan sabi, busy better, 6 lang. Ako po, naasar pala ng tropahan sa gilid. And
Sakit!
May region pa dun, oh. Alam mo, nasa desyerto ka,
Ah.
uhaw na uhaw ka.
Tas may tubig
may
na.
tubig,
May
pero
oasis na.
nag-hallucinate ka lang pala. Alak na tinapay. Diyos ko po, Kuka Lords. Nadali siya dun. Ang maganda dito, yaman ng disruptor, mag-aasim ng ags niya. Kung ako yan.
Hindi kailangan
Asim
eh.
niya ng ags.
Hindi kailangan eh. Parang
Di ba?
kailangan, kahit mag-normal item ka lang.
Pwede na, no?
Like ito,
Cleaver force
ganito yung imagination ko
Oh.
Rubik, naka-mecha.
Yan.
Beastmaster, naka-Domito.
Yan.
Disruptor, naka-Traps. Going for bearing.
Nakita na naman ni Queen.
Ako po.
Yung silencer, si Silencio, por favor.
Naku, pinagtritripan pa to.
Pegi trip up ni Roar, tapos pina-atake lang ng Bor.
Pinahabol yung kaibigan Pinya.
Ela, Tofu, and Queen.
Sinilence.
Nandito na, TP out. Binuhat, guys, suplex. Binuhat, kinarga na parang baby. Parang bagong kita ng Lola yung baby, kinarga agad.
Wala eh, 3 lane talaga talo, tol eh.
Ay.
Ayun yung pinakamahirap na point ng Dota eh. Yung minsan, ganito yung mangyari. Matalo ka ng 2 lane pero nanalo naman yung isa.
Yun masakit.
Medyo dali pa yung recovery rate eh. Pero yung 3 lane talaga,
Nabasag.
tapos ganyan kayo i-squeeze ng kalaban sa map, napakahirap.
Sobra.
Di ba nga itong Doom, kahit papano, hinahabol pati sa jungle
Ayan na,
eh.
tinan mo, boundless strike, abutin, i-glimpse pa yan kung sakali. Wukong's glimpse, di ba? Sabi ko na, may kinetic
Tapos
pa yan.
kinetic.
Tapos ka na. Sacred.
Ay,
pero
Doom,
hindi
ay,
sila
lalaban yan, lalaban yan!
Ayan na, pinasakay sa barko, wala kang ticket. Pero
lalaban yan eh, nasa wukong yan, tol.
Mga gwardiya sibil. Damage na lang, pero meron siyang Jinko
Okay,
Master
namatay
na
pa rin
tinatawag.
siya.
Pitas pa din naman, and Scofield nga ito yung makakuha ng kill. Gamit yung Shadow Poison, and there's the glimpse. Huwag mo habulin Dark Mago, pero abutin pa rin Shadow Poison.
Na-poison,
Boske mo.
na-poison.
And
Wala
kasi
nang
namaan
patay
na
yan.
din siya ni Stinger, ano? So, that time naman, Gaimin Gladiators nabigyan ng punishment dito with the backup coming from the rest of the
Good
team
job to eh,
dito.
kasi isipin mo talagang ito yung kailangan gawin ng Beastcoast dito. Damihan na lang nila since nalugi talaga sila eh. Parang nga kung nag-ulti agad si Disruptor dyan, halimbawa yung pagka-go nila sa Doom, inultihan na yung mga nasa likod, namatay eh. Feel ko mamamatay eh.
Hindi ito, nadali nga. Sayang, at least may bawi kahit pa paano na napiga doon yung Beastcoast. Ano? Sila yung dapat mabibigyan, pero yun yung advantage naman ng isang Huskar.
Ayan na.
Armlet lang, level 10, mga ganun, 9, level 9, level 10, kaya na mag-solo Roshan.
Hindi, basta i-max mo yung Apoy, pati
Apoy.
naka-max yung third skill, okay na. Kaya na nila yung Roshan.
Yakang-yaka na.
Huwag ka lang talaga mamalasin yung pulado ka na yun, nag-armlet guard ka, sabay nagtatlong bash. Tingnan
Si Armel, labiktima nun eh.
Oh, diba?
Si Armel, labiktima nun.
May ganung nangyari.
Huskar, nag-Roshan siya ng solo flight. Yung big was ni Roshan pa yung inaabot siya eh. Ayun.
Yung nag-armlet guard ka nga.
Yung ma-armlet guards ka na timing.
Nakapera sa mag-iisip mo pa, masama pa rin yung plano nito.
Iba pa rin gustong ganti dito. Scofield, kung mamamatay ito, siya yung pwedeng alay, boss mo. Wag lang core para save ng Beastcoast. So, palubog.
patay
Andito
ata
si
siya.
Stinger, pero dumidistansya yung kampi niya sa likod eh, which is si Celery na may glimpse back, tinamaan, kuman, foul strike, pero
Pero ang dami nila
Storm,
dito.
Ang dami niyan, may barko pa. Guys, and worth it na trade any day of the week.
Pasok, ayun na, si Rubio.
Takbuhan na, inner fire. Sumaksak na guys, and Chaos Knight, there's the global silence, walang follow-up. So wala kang paapoy ngayon, Huskar, patay yata siya dyan, tanggal agad yung Aegis, there's the glimpse back.
Pero
Celery
mamamatay din
mabibigyan pa
ata
din naman,
si
pero
K1,
hindi
ha?
naaapoyan yung Chaos Knight. Tamang Armlet lang siya dyan, pero nandun na yung reality rip, and there's the Barko coming from Tofu, nakopya niya yun, ano?
Barko
And
niya.
TP out, ay, inner fire yung pipitas.
Oo. Pero at least something's good yun para pa rin sa Beastcoast. Isipin mo, natanggal mo agad yung Aegis. Nakapatay ka pa rin naman ng MK, which is yung mayaman na hero ng Gaimin Gladiator. Kaso nga, itong si Huskar medyo nagiging gats na.
Uncontrollable,
Oo,
uncontrollable
nagiging
eh,
gats
as of
na.
now.
Ang nagkaroon ng Halberd, BKB, Agadims yan. Hindi mo na matatanggihan yan sa ulti eh.
Tsaka yung yung portion ng mapa ng Beastcoast, especially sa left side.
Okay, hindi nila
binabahayan
yung Sanj. I-rerecta BKB na niya. Armet
I-rerecta na,
BKB na.
okay.
Pwede naman sa bagay kasi may global. May barko din. Kung madudumkaman ko naka-BKB ka, pwede ka rin lumaban na nakatayo.
Yep. So, Tofu dito. Aether Lens ba ito? Mukhang Aether Lens mo yung item choice niya dyan. And nababahayan ng Beastmaster yung left side currently, no, sa taas. Tahimik lang, di mo na sama, bahala dyan. Pressure lang one lane dito.
Okay lang, pre-farm naman ako dito.
Pre-farm ako dito. Wala akong kailangan na patunayan muna dyan. Buhayin ko tong Helm of Overlord and eventually pwede siya sumama, di ba?
Yung BM din naman kasi parang pangit yan gumalaw.
Maganda ba
Papunta
mag-drums?
ka ng baba.
Maganda ba mag-drum siya dito?
Yung
Tingin mo,
Agadims.
si Beastmaster?
Hindi, pwede yung si Disruptor na yung gumawa nun eh.
Yung nung drums?
Oo, yung
Pwede, di ba?
papunta ka ng
MK
boots of
Oscar?
bearing.
Yeah, why not?
Kompletuhin mo na yung buffs dyan eh. Kung ikaw si BM, siguro pagka-domito mo, dagdag ka na lang mga solar caress yan.
Yan.
Para kay Oscar eh.
Ako, ito
Dagdag
Oscar,
buffs din yan eh.
BKB na, boss mo.
Wawalis, oh.
Mahihirapan ka na dito kay Queen.
Nagwawalis oh.
Pag kompleto na yun, yung BKB niyan, kumbaga, siguro ang nawala lang na item for Huskar, boss mo, yung ukay-ukay lifestyle, which is yung old school Helm of Dominator. Diba? Yun lang yung kulang sa kanya eh. Since hindi na nga ganun yung Helm of Dominator, napakatagal na panahon. Hindi ko na matandaan kung kailan pa yung last time na lifesteal na Helm of Dominator.
Nako po.
Pero Wukong's Command, Dark Mago, makakalabas mo mo, pero na-lift and nag-glitch
Send
back.
back din.
What a play, pero may palubog
Sayang
naman
yung
daw.
barko, hindi
Sayang yung
na-connect.
barko, no? Dahil nga dun sa palubog na ginawa dito ni Scofield. So mukhang disengage na rin dito, Gaimin, since hindi din nila na-pull off yung kill na yun sana kontra Doom or Kongka. Importante, hindi na push yung tier 1.
Favorite talaga ng Dark Mago yung Pupil eh.
Oo.
Ay, kaso ito na nga, yung illusion.
Enough ba yung 3
Fair
seconds?
lang.
Lalabanan ka pa niyan eh. Pero may TP, distansya lang, baka mag-crit ka, sabi ni Quinn. Mahirap na.
Armlet.
Armlet Lords lang. Ayun ang tinatawag na ginulangan, boss Kimo.
Dinaan sa experience ng Armlet.
Inutakan, oo. Kung suntukan sila doon, mananalo yung Chaos Knight eh. May crit yun eh. Pero dinistansyahan, inarmletan muna. Pero eto, X-Smart, Dark Mago, patay kaya ata. Palubog, set up pa yan para sa Boundless Strike. Dalawa sila tatamaan. Scofield inabot din doon. And Ace, will he roar this Shadow Demon? Yep. I-roar na.
Ay, nakasama niya na yung favorite mo, si Totoy Mola.
Si Totoy Mola. Diba? Shout kay Totoy Mola dyan na ngayon kasama ng buwabasog ng Tier 1 Tower. And as of now, 7k advantage para sa Gaimin.
Hindi nga eh, tumalon na ito sa hanapin pa rin sila.
Diyan ka
mamamatay! Diyan ka mamamatay!
Kaso lang parang matigas. Hindi.
Dinay!
Lumaban na lang kayo!
Sininay!
Katay, guys!
Kakainis!
Clips back! Dito yan! Sa aso yan! Totoy Golem! Totoy Mola ang bahala! Pero may static storm dun eh. Hindi nga lang kayo pasok pero wala. Nandun yung board. Nandun yung grabbing slow pero reality rin for K1. There's the wild access. Killing Doom sa process. 2 for 1 pero magbaback na dito yung Gaimin 6 na dali natin. Pero Topo. Tinangay ng Agos. Guys, inagos. Pero 3 makukuha dun. And good thing, K1 yung makakuha ng double kill.
Sayang sobrang sulit na sana eh, no? Kaso, yun talaga eh. Ako lang nakita ko na nung palapit sa MK, alam mo nang madidinay eh.
Ito yung instant replay
Ay,
natin.
nabivisualize ko na eh, no?
Kaya pala
alam ko na eh.
Hindi niya na nilaban. Timing din yung Boundless Strike. Timing na timing. Perfect.
Masyadong malapit and siyempre si MK kahit papano, million na may konting range.
Oo.
Di ba? Kalungkutan para kay Doom. Kung nakuha mo yun, instant item yun ha.
Yeah.
Siyempre may streak din kasi si Queen eh, di ba?
Ito pang nabuisit pa dito yung
Okay, si
Beastmaster.
BM pa rin yung nag-drops?
Yeah, si BM nga, si BM talaga magdada. And Halberd na, no? Yung Huskar dito, casual niya para at least hindi na rin makahampas na
Okay, si Disruptor kasi yung nag-mech.
Nag-back.
Oo, naka-mech si Disruptor.
Siya yung sustain bahala.
Si Ruby kasi nakita natin going for, di ba,
Inner
yung
lens.
mababa. Ako yan.
Pero naabutan yung Doom. Deso na rin dito yung mga kikikin. Nag-glimpse back, Inner Fire Queen. With a confirmation sa kill na yun, pero hindi na patama yung barko. Sayang yun. And now, na-lift pa siya ng Rubik. Body block bike, kinetic din guys. Hindi man tinamaan ng Wild Axe, pero na-disarmahan. And there's the Wukong's Command. Sino papasok sa loob dyan? Wala.
Si Totoy Mola may
Si Totoy
nahabol.
Mola, may nahabol, pero nakapag-inb.
Hindi, nakasmoke na.
Sticker. Smoke ba yun? Pero uy, palubog na sana. Ay sorry, Boundless Strike, pero nakapalubog. Mabibitaw pa din naman, pero Scofield guys, nabuhat pa palabas sa high ground. And then tinipian na lang si Stinger dahil wala ka siyang pang-cancel ng TP. And basag for sure yung tier 2 dito.
Wala na, kompleto na yung aura ni Ustav. Problema yan, mahirap takbuhan, mahirap kalaban sa attack speed since mayroon silang inner beast. Kita mo yung aura, oh. Ayan, oh, kita mo yung aura ng isang unit. Plus 5 eh. And with the aura, no, di Totoy Mola, nadagdag HP.
Nadagdag HP pa yan. For garantisado. So, double digit na yung labang, Boss Kibo. Take advantage for Gaimin. Pwede na ituloy-tuloy ito. Kunin yung outpost. Nabasag nila yung tier 2 sa gitna eh.
Kukunin na nila yan.
Matik na.
Then papunta na yun sa top. Then maghihintay ng Roshan.
Ayun na yung pandiin, oh. Diba? Controlling the map.
Uy, nag-load.
Yun lang, nag-load. Uy, nag-godlike tuloy. Yari dun.
Napatay pa si K1.
Nakita si K1.
Totoy Mola. Yan na nga
Ay na, Totoy Mola na naman.
Yan yung pinakamahirap na state mo eh. Yung sobrang lamang na lamang yung kalaban.
Right click nung 4 and nag-glimpse back na.
Nalubog.
Pero napalubog. Kaso lang, nakaabang na dyan yung sandamak-mak.
Oy, sinibig ko.
Na Gaimin. Pero
Dahil lang yung Rubik. Ano yun?
Rubik with an elegant assist. Pinor stop and what a play from Tofu.
Matitipan mo talaga yun eh.
Talaga yun. Matik yun. Automatic yan. And ano, winning condition, wala silang setup na big play dito. Maski mo, boom lang.
Given naman din to, talagang kalaban nyo kasi Gaimin Gladiators doon. Nakita mo naman, napakagulat.
Pag ito si MK, nag-linkin pa.
Pwede kasi siyang maganyang item talaga, yung Echo Saber din. So since meron naman silang Husker
Ay,
na
natuwan! Patay! Palubog na lang talaga pinakamagagawa nila dito sa mga teammates. Pero yung Shadow.
Ayun yung mga pantasa mo, watch mode.
Watch mode lang talaga, walang ginagawa. Boski mo. Ano na? Cool, high ground na yan. Kahit walang AGs. Patay yung Doom eh. Ayan na, inakyat na, nag-glimpse back pa. Diyos ko po, K1, takbo na agad kay Lupa. There's the Wokun's command after the reality rift. Sinubukan niya na lang, ininabot na rin ng boundless strike dito si Scofield. Tama, malubog na lang siya. Pero they will focus on that tier 3. Bala na si Terrakyo. Magbalagbag doon sa mga nasa backlines. No need Roshan for the high ground. Napakasarap ng buhay, guys.
Pinoforce na rin ng mag-GG.
Yeah. Kada may magre-respond dito, feeling ko, Boss Kibo, papatayin talaga nila with Totoy Mola, featuring Totoy Mola.
Hindi na nga napalitan yan si Totoy Mola na yan. Kanina pa yan eh. Oh.
Yes.
Ay,
Siya, the original.
Tal, tignan mo yung aura pag pinipindot pa yung drums, pati mecha.
Ang dami.
Ang dami!
Patay ka, Sacred. Sabi ko nga, kung sino magre-respond, mamamatay. And diretso na sila dito sa middle lane para makakuha ng garantisadong 2 lanes, guys. 2 barracks na naman dito, mababasa kamay ng Gaimin Gladiators. And what will you do sa mga gitong klaseng sitwasyon? Parang condition ka na lang eh, kung papasok ka pa.
May choice ka pa naman dyan eh, enter, GG.
Enter GG na.
Para hindi nyo na rin masyadong isipin.
Alt-QQ, ganyan. Kung may Alt-QQ
hindi, wag yung parang mukha ka nag-baby rage nun.
Oo. Baby iyakin ka nun pag ano, no? Para ito, Quinn. Good luck! Good luck mapatay, global. Okay, armlet.
Ayan na naman yung aura. Nagsasama-sama na.
Hirap na hirap and binuhat na rito yung case time. Ako na! Top out na! Dapat dito, binabato mo na yung good
pinataya si Nolo kill ni... Buka si MK.
Philip, meron pang audacity mag-team si Dark Bago, guys. Kay Dirakyo, nadum nila yung Huskar. Tingnan mo naman, pero hindi iniinda. Buski mo. Agoy! Ibato mo na! Ibato mo na ang good morning towel!
Ayun naman nagre-regen gawa ng third skill eh.
Ayaw pa nila ibato yung good morning towel dito. May blade mail naman eh. O, di ba? Tinangay pa ng sarili ng agos. Diyos ko po.
Pinaliguan na lang yung
Team
kalaban.
White, sining ko kamote, guys. And GG is called 2-0 for Gaimin Gladiators. One-sided series. Not even close.
Hindi mahirap explain eh. Nakita naman natin itong game ko na talagang lahat ng lane talo eh.
Yeah, and it's not even that close, mga tropa, na boss it eh. May idea na mag-Huskar dito sa game 2. Naban yan yung game 1 eh. Sa game 2 na...
Nakakalimutan.
Nalusot.
Nakakalimutan.
Nakakalimutan, guys. And yun na nga, Gaimin Gladiators with a solid victory. And Beastcoast currently okay lang. Uy, si Ashbula. Ashbula, sa likod lang. Kaya pala eh. Andun lang si Ashbula sa likod eh.
Malakas eh, no?
Malakas.
Talagang bawal mo rin makalaban ng mga ganito to. Grabe talaga mag-pass face tong Western Europe ng Dota. Grabe, no?
Baklasing pagka in the zone yung Gaimin.
Oo.
Hindi mapigilan.
Dinuman mo. Hinabol si Dumagyan sa jungle eh. Nadamay si Kuka. Doon nung nangyari yun, alam ko na eh. Nung nangyari yun, alam ko na eh. Kasi isipin mo, ultimo yung MK carry, nagbibigay na siya ng space para sa lahat eh. Pumapatay siya ng 2 core ng kalaban.
Oo. Ang malungkot dito, boss Kimo, since sinusunod nga natin yung oras. Waiting na naman yung mga tropahan natin, sa next laban.
Kaya ka naman, masaya ka na naman, ako na naman kasama mo eh.
Syempre!
Ako na naman kasama mo.
Huwag niyo ako sasama yung Brownie.
Hindi ka nakaka-experience na 70 minutes.
Nag-live nga ako eh, kay Brownie. Habang nag-cash kami, Jules. Nil-live ko habang para pumipikit na eh. may betting nga kami together with the viewers eh. Bet namin, over 2 seconds yung tulog. O kaya, plus 10 hiccups. Plus 10 hiccup. Guys, pag si Brownie, hindi talaga ako malas. Tingnan nyo ha, magkasama kami Boss Kimo. 2-2-0 guys. Walang long game. Si Jules, good 50 minutes eh. Malinis eh, with game 3 pa yun.
Dito naman, ang hirap din ipili ng MVP. Kasi parang feeling ko yung 3 core MVP. Kahit nga yung support eh. MVP din eh.
Na-execute talaga nila lahat ng draft nila dito sa
may interview to, may interview na to.
Ayan.
Mapapanood na natin siguro yung interview ngayon. Kanina kasi hindi eh. Wala kaming sounds eh.
Shoutout daw sa asawa ni Boss Rodel, si Ren Cañada. Ayan, shoutout dyan sa
Grabe nga yung pangalan ng asawa mo, no, Ren?
Oo, sa yung misis.
Bagay.
Happy viewing, Mga tropa din natin. Palong-palo daw si Queen, sabi ni Boss AC.
Hindi, labang naman din talaga eh. Ang ganda nung pagkakapik. Siguro kung hindi Huskar yung isa dun sa pick ng Beastcoast sa 16-17, may pwede pa eh. Pwede pang may gamot or hindi pa dun na-pick yung Huskar. Pero kung eventually yun din yung plano nila last pick, surprise mother packeder yun eh.
Yep.
Diba? Parang pasok pa rin eh.
And ito guys, pwede tayong mamaya, pahinga, no?
Hindi tayo, pahinga na tayo. Dalawang series na tayo. Yes. Oh. Hayaan mo na si Jules, sagot na ni Jules.
Ayun, si Jules, si Sir Mike, silang dalawang maglokohan, guys. Western Europe, sila magkakas. Dalawa coverage natin mamaya, guys, ha. Team Secret support ngayon, alas 12. May laro sila, Boss Armel.
Okay.
Magandang laban yan. And ngayon, maganda
pinapakita. Anong oras?
Alas 12.
Okay. Makanood pa ako.
Maganda yung performance na pinapamalas ngayon. Number 1 ata sila. 3-1 yata standing ng Team Secret ngayon, eh. Sa lower division.
Sino tumalo sa kanila?
I think yung tumalo sa kanila.
Hindi ko nasa may Ben eh.
Anong team yung tumalo sa kanila direct? Anong tumalong sa
check
Team Secret? Ayan, check mo, Boss Kimo.
Minsan madali na mag-check na lang yan eh.
Shoutout kay A. James, Reganaldo. Ay, habang hinihintay nating interview, guys, pwede kayo magpa-shoutout, magpabati dyan.
Ito na yung moment.
Oo. Kasi nagpapa-shoutout kayo, nagti-team fight, hindi pwede yun eh. So ngayon, ito na yung moment ninyo.
Western Europe. Ito, nandito na ako eh.
Dito Hustlers. Dito Hustlers.
Okay, si idol ko yung mga yun ngayon eh. Si Dabay Lama nandun eh. Basta naglalaro si Dabay Lama, papanoorin ko, maniwala ka sa akin.
Pero ang next series natin dito, direct,
ayan, may nagpapabati sa akin eh. Boss Kimo, salamat sa pag-good luck.
OG Tundra yung laban. Mainit din yun. Mainit din.
Salamat sa pag-good luck sa akin. Nakapasa na ako sa pharmacy board exam.
Ayun, congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, boss.
Shoutout sa'yo. Congrats.
Shoutout sa'yo, boss. Shoutout, BC Betor. Sabi ni Tristan, talagang ina-Alaska pa rin. Yung kalaban. Mukhang naka-Gaimin yun. Nang-Alaska ng mga Betor ng Beastcoast.
Wala, gano'n na talaga eh. Gano'n naman talaga yung nangyayari.
Pero
para sa akin, pumuso lang din naman tayo kasi maganda yung
pero para sa akin, kung nag-bet ka dito sa Beastcoast, hindi masama. May talaga yan.
May silat factor naman.
May silat factor naman eh. Tsaka may alat din talaga. Tsaka laban-laban naman actually. Hindi lang talaga nila din araw ngayon. Shoutout kay Boss Jules the Just. Jules ka din?
Jules the Just.
Long game ka din ata maglaro. Ito si Boss Nostal yan. Shoutout. While creating content. And guys, speaking of content, Kimo Dota TV guys na
pwede kayo dumalaw dun sa
meron chismis si Boss Kimo
channel.
about shuffle ganyan, mga potential natin dyan. And Kimo again, that's Kimo Dota TV guys. And yan, pwede kayo manood ng Dota contents kay Boss Kimo. Ayan. Kailan daw punta mo Berlin? Pag nakuha na agad ang visa, guys.
Passport na lang to, linintay ko na may visa. Okay, i-deliver na lang dito sa akin yun.
Huwag sana maabed.
Pag dumating sa akin, auto punta na agad.
Auto lipad na.
Pero ngayong week na yun, by 17, 18, 19 siguro dadating naman.
Sa bagay, start naman 26.
Kasi gusto ko nga talaga sana dumating na ng by 18 or 19 para makapag-flight na ako papunta din sa lugar ng ex eh. Kung nasan man sila ngayon, sa Poland.
Sa Poland.
Okay, pwede na ako dumiretso kasi doon eh. Tapos magpapatch ng 20. Edi sabay-sabay na kami
Diretso na,
Mas nakakapag-isip kami sama-sama.
Makapag-train na kayo agad-agad.
True.
Shoutout sa mga naka-under 53 kasama sa parlay nung game 1 and nag-54 kills. Yun lang. Wow, 0.5. Pinoy 5.
Yan yung mga masakit na alat sa bet, no? Yung talagang
yung
kakaiba lang.
Saka nag-live, Jay, sa Facebook ko lang nung nakaraan. Kung siya ako
Anong oras na ba? Parang pwede pa ako mag-live Ay, i-dip muna ang konti.
Okay guys, kung gusto nyo i-add sa Facebook, walang problema. YoPulse23, search nyo lang. YoPulse23, facebook.com/ Ayan diba?
Ayan
/ YoPulse. But Jules Dota yan.
Jules Dota
Parang tagilid yata yung ano ko direct Sa akin, tinama mo. Boss,
hindi, kasi kayo yung tandem ni Jules talaga
ayoko na talaga. Ayoko na, Jules.
Oo. Lagi pag magkasama tayong dalawa, yung mga
wala tayong pinagsamahan na nag-game 3 tayo, boss Kimo. Past game, yung Hellraisers nun, walang 30 minutes, dalawang laban.
26
minutes. Tapos ngayon, past game na naman ulit.
Kay Easy meron na
Kahapon lang. Tsaka bihira ka mag-game 3 talaga.
Hindi, sinabi ko na rin yun. Gusto ko kasi mag-game 3 rin yung game.
Laban na yun.
Ang ganda naman talaga ng laban.
Ka-game 3 yun. Ka-game 3 talaga.
Tundra versus Liquid. Ayaw mo pa lang game na yun, di ba?
Boss Kimo, Boss J, shoutout. Wala si Jules ngayon, walang salam. Yes, correct ka dyan. Mamaya siya, alas 12 sila ni Sir Mike magkasama, dalawa sila maglokohan doon. Yeah.
Oo nga, panoorin nyo yun, punta kayo sa channel ko guys para mapanood nyo yun. May nag-ano sa atin. Boss Kimo, ganda ng analysis mo sa possible roster change si badly needed ng BLR yun, saka sana good coach or coach alo.
Ayan, ano ba, direct yung interview natin dyan.
Balita sa interview.
Ipatawag mo na si si Kepweng. Ayan guys, pinapa-interview namin si Kepweng dyan Ano FB mo, boss? Ayan, kanina nilabas ni Direct. YoPulse23. Ayan Follow nyo na yun.
Ito na, interview na natin. Ano ba talaga ang reason na naghiwalay kayo ni Zainab?
Basta. Ikaw ba rin ang baby ko? Shoutout from Germany. Kita-kit. Sino pupunta sa Berlin Major dyan? Parang kompleto casters dito. Boss Kimo lang ang lilipad since siyempre may trabaho siya.
May sasama
Mayroon ba?
Ay,
si KJ!
Sila Tom, sila KJ, sila Jack.
Si Jack.
KuyaNic, sasama din daw
Ako nabunot ako dun pero natanggal ako sa last round Pero kahit mabunot ako, wala rin naman akong passport. So, X din yun.
Wala pa tayong sure date guys kung kailan ako makakalipad pa Berlin kasi nga hinihintay ko pa yung visa. Actually, pag nakuha ko na yung passport ko with visa, pwede na ako magpa-schedule papunta doon. Yun.
Shoutout nga rin pala kay Boss Abel, ayan. Ever since. Yan, shoutout din kay Bosscon, talo daw sa
shoutout na lang muna tayo, wala pa naman nangyayari. Ang hirap na rin pag-usapan nung last na pinanood natin, kita naman talaga natin, durog, talo 3 lanes, tapos na Pwede nang gano'n na yung reason
Shoutout din daw kay Lee Carter or Lai Carter. Cartier. Ano ba ang base niya? Cartier?
Cartier.
Shoutout sa iyo dyan, boss. Pasalubong daw. Empleyado ng Lupon? Ay, empleyado ba Lupon? Ay, di...
Kabarong.
Kabaro pala yan. Happy Uwing. Ano pa, classmate pala yan. Ba't di mo kilala? Sa bagay, marami tayong mga bago ngayon, Nung nag-building nga
Ay, may nakapansin na rin na viewers natin, solid na nung camera. Kanina parang may mga inayos dito
Kaya... si Boss Paulo Abilino. Big shoutout kay Boss Pau na always nating, sipin mo, artista nag-aayos ng mga audio natin, camera, di ba?
Tinanong ko nga siya kanina magiging kamukha ba kita kapag nagawa yan?
Oo.
Okay naman, pwede naman
Tambihira.
Pwede naman
Shoutout daw kay Christine na love ni Jairus. Shoutout, boss.
Upgrade kaya gumanda naman yung camera
Anong team may mga roster changes? Posible blacklist, wala silang ngayon?
CY, hey, welcome, congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
I have a couple questions, but first I want to ask because as far as I could find, have you done a post-game interview for either the DPC or early this week before? I don't think so.
I have not actually. No, I haven't.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is CY, the coach of Gaimin Gladiators. You might have seen him standing on stage as his team won the Lima Major. I think that's the only time people might have been able to see you. So, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and about how you ended up with Gaimin Gladiators?
Yeah, sure. So about myself, I've been playing Dota for many years, on and off. But I've known Ace for 4 or 5 years or something like this, and we're both Danish as well. We share a lot of ideas and thoughts about the game, historically as well, and always agreed on how we think it's good to play. And then I got to meet Tofo as well later when they started playing together. And back then my goal was kind of to get very high rank myself so I could play mid with them. But then they kind of did their thing and, they ended up in GG and I was pursuing some other things. But in the end, it kind of made sense for them as well as me to get together again. Since we still talked about the game and about GG, just like off the record, you could say. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up there. Of course, I talked with the other team members as well, and luckily they agreed to have me. So yeah, very happy so far, obviously, with how it's been going, and hopefully it only gets better.
Yeah, could you tell us what style of coach you are? There's a lot of different styles, whether you are focusing more on the draft, on the outside of game, on the inside of game. Like what aspect do you feel is the strongest portion of your coaching?
Right, so I think the way I think about it, there's certainly an outside of the game. I want people to feel good in the team. I talk with people also individually. Like they can sometimes, you just need to rant or you need to talk some things through. Like I'm always down for that. And I also try to keep a good routine for us. We all do that in the team, I believe, but I definitely also try to push for it. In terms of in the game, I'm not the kind of dictatorship coach that would like come in and just, I have my idea about how we should play and everybody just has to follow it. Obviously, they also weren't looking for a coach like that. The way I see it is that you have 5 players who are all better than me, obviously, otherwise I would just be playing probably already. So you need to use your players' ideas and thoughts and kind of shape the team from there. So mostly I try to, get people to speak and then work together and kind of get some ideas on the table and so on. Like that's more my approach, at least.
It seems to work very great. I have 2 questions before I let my panel ask some questions as well. My first one, I was deciding which one I would ask first, but my first one is going to be about yesterday. I feel like today's series was a walk in the park, so yesterday is a more, hopefully more exciting answer, because you guys had a bad day yesterday, of course, went 0-2. Were you able to identify what was wrong?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, obviously. First of all, sometimes consistency is a bit weird for us. You could say at the major we were super consistent. We didn't lose a single game in playoffs, but sometimes after that it happened like that. Like we beat Liquid, I would say, pretty convincingly in that series at least. And then we played Shopify, and it didn't go too well. I think we could probably have won with our draft, even though we had some carry Witch Doctor. But with all due respect, like Anton, I don't even know if he has one game on Witch Doctor already, apart from that. But he was down to wing it. Yeah, he does now, and he was down to wing it. And we said, what the heck, let's go with it. But yeah, it didn't work out, and game 2 as well. But we talked about it. Like we are still very confident. We were very confident after that. Kind of the mood after was that after we had a little talk, we kind of just wanted to play them straight ahead again in a best of 3. Unfortunately, it was not possible.
Not part of the format, but indeed, perhaps you'll get your revenge later portion. My other question is: this will be your first big patch as a coach, so you don't have prior experience on how to deal with that. What kind of approach are you going to take? Do you have any plans in mind for how to deal? Like, because it's supposedly a bigger patch than, or a surprisingly or massive bigger patch than normal.
Yeah, that's the rumors at least. Like I'm personally looking very forward to it. I think in terms of big changes and the kind of players we have, I think we are very confident in big changes happening in the game. I think we're very good at figuring out what is strong and what is perhaps weaker very quickly, but also our players are very versatile. We have very big hero pools, I think. I feel like, for example, Ace can play anything. Quinn has a huge amount of games on almost any mid hero. The Ratcher is as you can see yesterday, he's kind of down to play whatever, and if we think something is very good, he will practice it. And our supports are also very, very good and can play, I would say, any hero. So I'm kind of optimistic about it. Personally, I've also hero crafted a lot in the past with Ace and so forth about things. We're very open to think a bit differently about the game, and so is everybody else on the team. So I don't know, I'm not worried about it at all. Of course, the timing is unfortunate if you're going to play like some Dreamleague playoffs if we end up there. But I mean, it's out of our control, right? So we just adapt and we try to play many games and figure out some things fast. That's how I see it.
All right, exciting times to come indeed. So I'm here with Purge and Kazu and Jenkins, and they'd also like to ask you some questions.
Of course.
I'll go first if that's cool. Hey, do you normally go to boot camps with your squad? Yeah.
Yeah, we bootcamped for the first DPC in Serbia. So that was also the first time I met most of the team. And I think it went pretty well. And we probably have a few more upcoming this year.
Okay, and a personal question: what was your job before you became the coach with the team?
Yeah, so for the most of my youth, I've been having my own business. Been doing like online marketing and some software with some freelancers. So that's been my main thing. Yeah.
Cool. And then last question. I know it's hard to pick favorites, but who do you think has been performing the best on your squad so far in this tournament?
Oh, putting me on the spot, man.
Yep. Flame four of your players.
Back, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we've all been playing very well, but I think Quinn is playing exceptionally well. So that's great to see. Also because I used to play a lot of mid in the past, and you're kind of alone always in the lane, you obviously, and so everything is on you, you know. If you're having a little bit of a bad lane, you will get punished for it against other good mid players. So I think it's insane that he managed to keep up that level like every single game. I'm very impressed, to be honest.
All right, I'll go next. Hey, CY, nice to get to talk to you.
Hey, Keza.
As a coach, I'm sure you know your players very well. So I would like you to tell me the biggest strength you think all of your individual players have. Like, give me one thing about every player.
Okay. Sure. I'll start 1 to 5. So for Duracho, I think for him specifically, he's very confident and he's very aggressive. I like that because I don't like reactive Dota, so I think that's a good strength he has. For Quinn, is that he's very hardworking, but also he's very smart about every little move that he does and how he plays his lanes and every single matchup. Basically, he has some idea and he's played it before, and he has thoughts about how he want to play it. So I like that approach about him a lot. Ace, for Ace, is just extremely clever. I also think he has very good leadership skills, and he can adapt to any kind of patch, and he can play any hero, honestly. And that's also why I joined the team. First of all, was because I always considered Ace like one of the best players in the world. And same goes for Tofu when I got to know him, because his individual skill is just really, really good. Like, he's one of the best I know to just press buttons, you know, like, and he's also very smart about the game, and he's very open-minded about the game. And for Celery, he's also like, he's very good at like structuring it in terms of like why something is strong and like what it can do, and he's a good leader for the team. Yeah, and I admire that about him.
Okay, those are solid answers. And then last one. So you've worked with them since the start of this season. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
That's correct.
What do you think they have improved on the most from the start of season to now? Like, what has drastically changed the team? Communication, gameplay, draft, strategies? What is it?
So, yeah, I guess we started a little bit before. We started in December, but so basically back then, I think, like, obviously most of the team were together before. There was they changed the mid player to Quinn. I think in the beginning with Quinn, it was like, I wouldn't say disconnected, but we definitely improved our team play a lot and improved how we want to play our mid lane with our supports in every single game, and how we, like, also depending on draft, like what we can do. But also we just gotten better at playing together as a team. I think communication also have been better, but the gameplay is definitely the biggest thing, I would say.
All right, thank you for the answers.
Hey, Big C, Jenkins here, and Shiver, it's my turn to ask a question. So at the major, of course, you were getting all of the players, trying to get them all to go to the gym with you and, you know, become a hunk and be strong, and you thought that was really important. I'm wondering, have you been successful in baiting them to go to the gym lately, or are there bad boys that are not going?
Actually, lately, I think it's a bit less in general, even for myself, honestly. I'm going to be honest here. The hardest one that I've still not managed to convince at all is the Ratcher. I don't know how to get this guy in the gym. I'm still going to try, but I don't know, maybe one day. And I feel sorry for our enemies once that happens.
Okay, I got one more final question. Where the hell does your name come from? CY, where's that from?
It's literally from nothing. Like, I used to have, you know, when I was younger playing Dota and have like online nicknames, whatever, they were pretty cringe and pretty bad. And at some point I just I just trashed them. I think I was around like 17 or 18, and I just chose some random letters, and I thought it sounded cool. And I don't know, it just stuck with me, I guess.
How do you pronounce it?
It's kind of random. It literally has no meaning.
Is it Psy?
No, it was thought like SCY. I thought that sounded cool.
Okay.
All right, one final question. What do you enjoy most about coaching your team?
I enjoy winning a lot, but honestly, I enjoy mostly when we are together somewhere. Like in Lima Major, the vibe was really good all the time. Obviously, when you lose, it's a bit different. You're focusing on how we can win again, and it's all back to business, you know. But like in general, it's really a fun team to spend time with, and Ace was always for many years one of my good friends. So it's just great to be able to kind of work together as well. And I feel like we gotten pretty close. So just being with them is really fun. That's the best part. When we also win, that's even better.
You won a lot of Lima, so that was a good one.
Yeah, those good times.
I lied. There's one more question. It's from Kazu.
I have a follow-up question because you like being with the boys, of course. Who is the clowniest player in your team? Who makes you laugh the most? And please give me an example. I've played with Quinn before. I know he's hilarious, but is there someone else that can reach up to his level?
I don't know. I think Duracho is also very good. It's not that he says a lot of things in a way. It's just how he is. He's just really funny. But I've stolen a lot of fun sayings or whatever from Quinn. Like,
of course.
I don't know. Quinn is just really funny, I think.
Smooth brain. There's one. He likes that one.
Smooth brain. Yeah. No, that checks out. Thanks.
All right, CY, we've taken a lot of your time. I was wondering if there's anything else you want to add or want to say while we have you here.
Nothing else than just thank you to all our fans and for the team for believing in me, and I hope we'll have way more success in the future.
All right, well, at this rate, of course, the series that you just played was very convincing, so congratulations once more on 2-0ing Beastcoast. I'm looking forward to seeing you play, or rather, seeing you coach your team again tomorrow.
Yep, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ayun, ano pinaka-favorite mong part ng interview na yun, Basim?
Yung tinatanong sa kanya kung ano daw yung mga tingin niya na-improve ng team from the start. Diba? Nasa ngayon, sa nakikita na nila ngayon. Diba? Yun, maganda.
Ako nung in-explain niya bawat player niya, role per role. Iba-iba yung iba-iba yung characteristic. No? So, yun na nga guys, congratulations for Gaimin Gladiators. Di man siya 2-0. Ito nga kupunan ng Beastcoast. Ayan, shoutout daw kay Sir Vigo. Pa-shoutout din po Sir J and Sir Ayan sa napakasipag nating technical director, si
Biko.
Anong
Biko
prediction?
sa puso ko.
Anong prediction mo sa Lakers, Memphis? Lakers in 6, guys.
Sa ano nga raw all in OG ba to? Parang lakas naman ng OG. Pero
OG Tundra, feeling ko, totoo yan.
Match naman
Pinaka-safe 2.5.
Mas mataas yung chance manalo ng Tundra dyan, sa totoo lang. Pero,
Oo,
palag
magbibitaw
naman
dyan,
kasi
2.5.
yung OG.
Ikaw?
Si Jules ba mag-cast next?
Hindi.
Hindi. Pwede ka mag-bet ng 2-0. Tansyahin mo na lang kung
Tansyahin mo na lang kung sino, no?
Oo, tansyahin mo na lang kung sino.
Si Jules pa magkakas ng next.
Minsan din talaga ngayon, lalo na sa mga ganito, sa Dreamleague. Maganda, tignan mo rin yung drop eh. Maganda naman mag-live ads eh. Pag napansin mo rin na, parang mas
kailangan,
sense tong
minsan,
drop nila.
minsan, safe, para safe lang, tingnan mo muna yung, tingnan mo muna yung draft talaga para at least wala kang pagsisisi. Yun yung pinili mong tingin mong mas nakakalamang sa, sa game. Pero guys, yun nga, magsa-start pa yata tayo 11:30, so meron tayong 1 hour break. Pero kami ni Boss Kimo, bumisik ng 2-2-0 sa series, guys. Maraming salamat sa mga tumutok, pero meron pa tayong 2 series na paparating. Again, 2 yung coverage natin ngayon, sabay. Meron tayong Western Europe sa Division 2, which is si Armel, pwede nyo i-support. Mamaya, si Chip Armel, and then yung tuloy-tuloy nating laban, mga matches dito sa Dreamleague. Up next is OG versus Tundra. Pero bounce na kami dito, guys. Maraming salamat sa nag-like, share, at sumama na yung pagkulitan sa amin ni Boss Kimo. Kita-kits tomorrow para sa mga schedule namin. Schedule ka ba bukas, boss? Depende. Kung busy ka or hindi. Wala pa.
Nagpatanggal ako ng schedule ng 17 kasi baka mag-practice na kami bukas.
Okay, so maraming salamat, guys. Stay tuned dahil dyan lamang kayo. Magbabalik kami. Promise, Dagger out. Peace. Good job.
Predator X25 is the next evolution in esports displays, made for fast-paced, non-stop gameplay. This is all made possible with the next-gen 360Hz dual-driver IPS panel. These panels deliver top-tier refresh rates, so you can see on-screen movement immediately, all while maintaining accurate color fidelity, even while revving up to 360Hz. Now, to make sure that your gameplay stays as fluid as possible, NVIDIA G-Sync is a great solution. G-Sync Esports mode, though, is even better. This mode reduces latency in-game by turning off variable backlight, increases black levels via dark boost, and fine-tunes gamma levels. One of the newest tools that the X25 offers is NVIDIA's Reflex Latency Analyzer, which lets you measure exactly how long it takes for mouse clicks to register on screen. By accurately measuring the amount of latency between the mouse, PC, and the display itself, you can refine, reduce, and clear out the competition. The X25 also includes several eye care focused technologies that reduce eye strain, such as color sense and light sense, which adjust contrast and brightness based on how much ambient light the display detects in the room. You can also tailor settings to your own preferences, should you so choose. So whether you want one of the fastest displays around or to dive into esports, the X25 can get you there. Predator X25 is the next evolution in esports displays, made for fast-paced, non-stop gameplay. This is all made possible with the next-gen 360Hz dual-driver IPS panel. These panels deliver